apologizes that I said it would be at 11 p.m. Now, I meant Central Time, even though I'm on Eastern Time. But I want to do it Central Time because those people sometimes get strange hours. I'm sorry I didn't mention that. All right, so I got a new snake. Can you guess what it is? Let's see. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let me flip you around here. All right. Well, I took this off. When you see a container, a deli jar that has red tape, for those of you who don't follow or aren't in the field, and if you're not, don't ever be afraid to ask a question, at least not of me. I'm happy to answer any questions. This means that it's venomous. All right, so if you see something in a show and that has this tape, you'll probably also see a net. And the vendors are the vendors are here, the net is here, and you're here. So you can't really get through. The funny thing is, a snake could easily get through it. It's so stupid. Really, the net has these holes like this. So even though you can't get through, a loose snake could easily get through. So don't ask me to explain why they do it. And then after you buy the snake, then you're escorted out by an escort. Don't get too excited. It's not that kind of an escort. It's just some old guy. All right. So, anybody care to guess? What's in the bag? Well, it's going to be a deli container that's not going to have any tape. And let me take it out without you seeing. Yeah. Let's see who else shows up in this live. Again, I'm sorry that I posted the wrong time. I was trying to do it so that people in different parts of the world also, like my buddies in Spain, would be able to come on. But I messed that up. So, oops on me. All right, this is hard to do with one hand. Ooh, she's a little bit kooky. Yeah, this snake is a little bit on the wild side, at least so far. Any last guesses, people? Any ideas? Let me see if I got the comments turned on. Hang on. Highlight? No. All right. Well, this is a fer-de-lance. Now, you might say, why'd you get another fer-de-lance? I'll tell you why. The other one, Ferdinand fer-de-lance, he's a Bothrops asper. The other one is a Bothrops mugeni. This is a Bothrops atrox. Now, these are really considered the real fer-de-lance. These and the aspers. The other ones, they're Bothrops. They're in the same family. But this particular one is considered like the real deal fer-de-lance. Not that they're any more venomous. These are the most venomous snakes in the Americas. All of them. It's not that. It's just, I'm talking about just the name. All right. So, and of course that means lance head. All right. So let's see if we can open this without dying. And if you do get bit by a fer-de-lance, if you want to check it out, want to see what would happen, or what might happen right now, you'd go to YouTube and look up fer-de-lance bites, and you would be really grossed out. So I'm telling you, before you go, think about it. If you got a weak stomach, don't do it. It just rots you straight up. All right. So obviously, when you do it, you need to have this all off, but not off to the point where your hand is near the head. Not like that. All right. Hello, baby. You're pretty. Now, you see she's twerking there? She's shaking her tush. Well, that thing is called a caudal, but you're so pretty. Sorry about that. That's called a caudal. So they'll shake that in the wild, and some sort of animal, a bird or whatever, is going to land, and then they're going to use their chompers, and that bird's going to have a very unpleasant next few moments, and then it won't have any more moments. But damn, look how pretty. I love the color of these, honestly, more than the colors of the other ones. And you could see how yes, it's a girl, how her head is shaped like a lance, from which they get their name. So she's been tripping a bit. She's been, shaking her butt a lot and moving in a very twitchy way, but not striking. So you can see she's sort of poised to do something potentially unkind, but you never know. So let's see, we be nice and gentle, And we'll start with the hook and see how it goes. Now she's one, and I think she's probably wild caught. And I have a feeling she wasn't handled at all. So this will be her first foray into that little process. What's up, girl? You're so pretty. You're so pretty. Look at you. Isn't she? I don't know if I can see your comments tonight for some reason. It's just that part of my screen is not there. So if you're commenting and not answering, I apologize. And thank you all for being here. I always appreciate you guys. All right, so let's take her out nice and gently. My understanding is that she's going to have to eat soon. So, oh, no, I don't think that's a good idea yet. So let's have you go in here for now, at least for the moment, and then we'll see how we feel. Yeah, you see her shaking that? That's called coddling. Where you going, cutie? You're not allowed to do that. Well, not yet. Let's see how it goes with you. All right, that's okay. That's okay. I'm just gonna let her get that out, and it'll stop the more still I am. I really like her colors. She's very pretty. And so, here's a case of a snake that's not a baby, but a juvenile. And at age 1, there's still, it's certainly not as easy as with a baby, but, I've had snakes come in wild caught at age 11. It doesn't really matter. It's just a different starting point. So, I hate sitting like this because I'm a little bit exposed, let's say, but I have some injuries, so I have to. What's up, girl? So, how do you feel today? You okay, honey? It's okay, it's just a hook. I just want to see how she reacts to any kind of touch before I start holding her. I find that, I know the whole world disagrees, but for me, anyway, I find it's much easier using my hands, but not the very first time. The very first time or two, I like to use the hook to see how they move. I know as a species how they move, but each individual snake has different movements. I'd say that's especially true of cobras, by the way. So I want to just watch how she reacts to the hook before I start using my hands and see how likely she is to strike. Although, if they're gonna strike, it's much more likely to be at your hand than the hook. I just want to get a feel also for which parts of her she doesn't like to have touch and which part she's okay with. Because different snakes are different that way. There's so much to be learned, really, before you handle them. And you bear in mind that you could always use your hands from the very beginning if you just know how to use the coils, those loops they have. There are ways of using your hands so that you're safe. But I don't want to do that right now for her, because look, she's scared. She's not aggressive. She's just scared. This is her first time, probably, really interacting in any way with a human being. With the breeder or whatever we're calling her, I don't know what things were like, but it's not like when you have someone who's the real owner that's gonna love them and take care of them. So we have to get to know each other. These guys I find to be just very chill snakes, unless you make a massive mistake. They don't like when you go fast, but if you go slow, they tend to go slow. So let's go really slow with the hook and see what we can do. Let's see if we could do it without a twerk. Let's see. What do you say to that? Is that okay, baby? Let's see when it's not okay. Let's see if it has to do with touch or proximity. Let's see about touch. It's okay, baby. Oh, she's okay. You're okay with that. Very good. Okay. Now let's talk about proximity, which usually they don't care about at all. You would think that going close would be the thing that is the biggest problem. And that's something I learned as a little kid with cobras, actually. I would go so slow, and then I put my hand in, different spots, and I realized, it has nothing to do with where I'm putting my hand. It has to do with how fast I'm going. So now let's try going slow and going to her front. Let's go see if I can go very slow. Hello, baby. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay, right? So look, welcome. I'm Jeff. I'm your dad. I'm gonna take good care of you. I am, I promise. You'll always be fine. You're gonna be spoiled. You're gonna eat a lot. I'm gonna hold you like the little baby you are. We're gonna be just fine. In fact, you seem very nice. Boy, you came with a bad reputation, huh? You were just scared, I know. She must have been in that container for a long time, and who wants to be cramped up like that? Look at this. Look at this. No twerking. No, you're a good girl. You're a good girl. What a sweet baby. All right, now let's take it away. Now look at that. We touched her. We came very close to her face, and we even gave her a little chin massage, and no quarterly. She wasn't shaking it like a rattlesnake. So that tells you a lot. That's the whole thing. Yeah, really, that's the whole thing. If you're cool with them, they're cool with you. But she's still new and, tentative, and you could see the way her neck is. If she wanted to bite, she could. She's just being aware. I shouldn't say this, but I'm so tempted to hold her with my hands. It's very hard not to. I'm trying very hard not to. We'll see what happens. All right, now how about around here? Is this okay too? What set you off before, baby? I realize this makes for boring video for most people. I'm glad about that. I'm not trying to make an exciting near-death video where the poor snake freaks out and gets scared. No. We want interaction and bonding and a little bit of coalescence of consciousness. Good stuff with happy snakes, healthy snakes. Just by the way, everybody ate yesterday. Every single snake, and there's a lot of snakes here, ate. Also, by the way, we're moving to South Carolina, so there's been a lot going on. And there's going to be a lot more going on. But there's also many new snakes coming in. And oh man, you guys will love the new snakes coming in. I love this girl. You seem like a very good girl. Now she's going to need a name. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. Let me just see if I can get back to the comments. I don't know what's up with that. Hang on a second. Give me 1 second. No. That was definitely a no. I'll tell you what. Oh. Send me a comment if you can. See if you could send me a comment. Because I haven't been able to even see the comment thing. No, it's just not happening. I'm sure it's me doing something wrong, but sometimes I accidentally do it right. No. I have no idea what I'm doing. It says I put it in glamour mode. All right, who cares? So, no comments tonight. Let me just hit this check. All right, one last thing. Not that thing. Not that thing. Not that thing. And definitely not that. All right, so it's not giving me the option to do that. In any case, let's just take a look at her little face. Can you see how her head is shaped like a lance? That's where they get the name from. Man, I really want to hold her. I'm trying so hard not to. You don't know. You don't know. It's really hard for me. But honestly, I don't want to do it on video because I don't want people to get snakes and, free handle them when they first come without knowing how they move. This is the right way to do it. It's just that I've reached a point in my life where I sort of feel like, it's okay. That's good. You see, that's good. When you hold them a little bit like that, and they don't unravel right away, which would mean, they're trying to escape right away or to attack. When they stay all like coiled like that, that's good. Good girl. Very good. I gotta get you a name. Yeah, we gotta get you a nice name because you're so pretty. All right. There's all these fruit flies. I've been eating the hell out of watermelon. I'm crazy for watermelon, except it brings in these watermelon flies. All right, little baby. So what would happen if we did that? You don't like that, huh? All right, I didn't think so. Sometimes that's a spot. So my understanding is she last ate on Wednesday. Monday. All right, so that's coming soon. So normally when you first get a snake, when you first bring it home, they tend not to eat, sometimes for months. But I've been getting really lucky lately with my snakes. And yesterday they all ate, new ones, old ones, every single one ate, and many had seconds. So I'm supremely happy about that. Now, I'm hoping that she's gonna eat. I actually have a couple of extra chicks around. We could try that. But I'm thinking for the first meal, maybe it might be a better idea to give you a little mouse. What do you say, baby? Is this okay here? Yeah. This is sometimes like the whole long and short of it. You just got to spend mundane, tedious time with them. And you just sort of check various points and angles and, places might be vulnerabilities to them, or spots that might set them off, or angles that you need to know how they're going to react from. You just have to go through that. Certainly the first time, you really should. You can honestly do the whole thing with your hands. That's what I would normally do. That's what I always do. But no, I'm not doing it on video. I'm just being honest. All right, so you see she didn't like that. All right, so she doesn't want me like opening her up, like uncoiling her. All right, well that's good information. That's good information. What if we did a little bit of sorry? Yeah, she's being a little bit apprehensive now. What if we went really slow and tried the opposite? First, hello, baby. Would you mind very much if I went here? Okay. Shh. Easy, girl. All right. What if I moved you back like this? Would that be okay? What do you think of that? More comfy, right? It's a funny thing, like, you'll read all the time, people say like, well, if you smile, you'll be happy. It doesn't have to be that you're happy, then you'll smile. You could smile first, and that'll sort of stimulate whatever it stimulates to make you smile. I don't know if that's true. It strikes me as not being true, but whether it is or it isn't, sometimes with snakes, things like that really work, You put them in a position where they're comfortable, and sometimes they just sort of get happy the way they were before they got uncoiled up from that position. As silly as it sounds, with snakes it seems to work. With people, I have no idea. All right, that was me leaning forward. See, I need to know these things. I'm just making movements that I will normally make. It's just a question of probing. I'm gonna move my legs are apart like this. I'm gonna just move them in and see how she reacts. Different snakes react differently to different types of motion. But really, usually it's all about speed and less about proximity. See the coil starting to go a little bit? It wasn't the legs, it was when I put this back in there. I did it too fast, you see. All right, little girl. What if I just put it here? Another really good idea when you first get a snake, especially a venomous one, is to bring the hook close. I'm talking about a snake that's had no experience with hooks like this one, wild caught. And then showing them that it goes away. Not imposing it so much. Just bringing it close. And then you can even touch him. And show that it's doing something that no predator would do. Going away when it's very close. Her posture is a little bit less defensive now. So much of this is just about going at a speed that's slower than what they would go. You can't do this and move like a human moves, like I just did. I have this lung thing, so I breathe funny, and it's hard to exhale without it being kind of fast, and she notices that. So sometimes it's hard, for anyone that has something going on. Like for people who have bad legs and can't sit, sometimes they plop over, and the snakes hate that, especially ones that are more activated by visual cues. But I think we're going to be okay. I'm going to need to spend some time with her, that's for sure. We're going to need some time together, baby. You want this? You want a little chin rub? Who doesn't? Who doesn't? What a good girl. Yeah, this is definitely a snake I can work with. Alright, tell you what, guys. I'm going to hop off, and just to be honest, I'm going to hold her with my hands, and I'm just trying very hard not to do it now. I just need to, check what's okay and what's not okay. But don't worry, what's not okay will be fine, how I do it with the coils and stuff. So I appreciate you coming. Sorry there were no comments tonight. It's always better when there is. We have a nice little community now of people, and, we all interact. The people that come on interact with each other, ask questions, have some fun. It's dope. I love it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you've enjoyed seeing this little girl. And now we get to, hop on that journey and get to know her together. I think we're going to be just fine. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you being here.